What's
Greetings.
up, y'all? How are you doing?
We've got Quinlan Red with Tarkintown. Quinlan's abilities kind of naturally works with Tarkintown.
More yellow-red Tarkintown.
Yeah, well, it's hero. This time,
It is hero.
it's
That's
hero based.
Okay.
So
it's
well, I mean, it's just kind of the meta's the meta.
It
Okay,
is,
that's
yeah.
the we get rid of the Boba Fett, and you deal with what the meta becomes. And this is what the meta is. Everybody's Tarkintowning each other. That's where we're at. Tarkintowning or ECLing.
There's
right?
so many heroes that like either ping or benefit off pinging.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, and there's not really anything too surprising in this deck list. I do think maybe it's a little heavy on the 2-drops.
you're not now. There are 2 of them. Pinged?
No, not in this version. I think you want all action with this deck. I don't think you want to like fumble around with. I'd like.
You also lose a ping sort of on that turn if you now there are 2 of them second turn.
Yeah.
If that matters, it can.
Yeah, it says to the costs the same as the played unit.
So they're not going to have a 5-drop.
But they're not going to have a 5-drop unless they are now.
Unless they have already now there are 2 of them. But that 1 damage on that 5-drop is kind of whatever.
Yeah. So
make Nathan rage again, please.
that was very popular. It's that you're rewarding incorrect behavior there.
I'll simply
YouTube.
play Sabine again.
Yeah. Right. I'll just we'll try Quinlan with the droid base, and we'll see how long it takes for me to quit the game up. But this is, I think, your more or less standard red, yellow hero aggro shell. Except we lean a little bit into the Force stuff. I
said Quinlan green. That's my bad. My bad. I'm editing it right now.
Yeah. This false advertising.
Did you say green?
I think I said Quinlan Tarkintown.
Okay.
I think I said Quinlan Red.
There.
I think I started by saying Quinlan
I edited
Red.
the post. Now you were wrong.
I'm pretty sure I said Quinlan Red.
You probably did.
With this, our producer, he is in hot water.
I was just in a meeting until 5 minutes before Nathan got here. No, I'm sorry, 5 minutes till 5 minutes after Nathan got here.
Yeah.
So
Justin's playing catch up.
Yeah.
And we were commiserating over how terrible technology has become. In that you can't text anything anymore because your autocorrect is correcting every single word that
I was
you put
trying
in.
to type Quinlan in the Discord, and it was like, Quinlan, quit. It was just like, oh, did you mean this? Did you mean this? No! Just let me type the word. I can't type a fucking name? Come on. And that's probably why I typed green.
Yeah.
I think autocorrect just typed green.
pretty flustered about
It probably changed it to from red to green.
Yeah. All right.
Not my fault.
I got the sideboard over here. We got some bamboozles, some disabling fang fighters, some Aztec Liberator gunships, and some change of hearts. We play just a couple Grogu's, just so that we've got a cheap force throw target. We play blasters and surprise strikes. We play sparks. We play Kira. So we got like a little bit of hand disruption. We got force throw. We're not playing pillage because I don't think this is a pillage format. I think you pillage.
I don't think you can afford to pillage.
I think you pillage and your opponent kills you.
You pillage like Django, and they're like, fine.
Yeah, they're like, I'll discard the things that aren't
and,
triple dark raid
exactly.
and the triple dark raid.
And that's their fuel for the next 2 turns.
Yeah,
so.
triple dark raid isn't minus card advantage, right? Because you get a unit, it gets its effects, it's ahead of the curve, and then it goes back to your hand.
Yeah.
So you didn't really lose a card in the process, right? So I do think Anakin's Interceptor and Red 3 are probably a little weak in the format right now. Anakin's Interceptor does have the bonus that it doesn't die for free into Kylo's.
Mm-hmm.
Training
with Kylo's is something. It kills the
Phantom as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the Green Squadron does that also. Grogu, interestingly, doesn't die to Tarkintown, so you can play Grogu on turn 1 versus Django, or versus... And Grogu on the board is nice triple dark raid insurance.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
So it'll be, and Django doesn't really want to send pings into Grogu to tap it to prevent its stuff from being tapped. I don't know. Sounds terrible to me. So I'm interested to see how it plays. Several people in the local meta have been playing this.
I'm noticing no breaking ins, but 3 surprise strike.
Yeah,
Noticing
you've got
no Ahsokas.
You've got you can split lanes, so I don't think you need to worry about the breaking ends.
Okay.
No Ahsoka because I don't think her ambush is as relevant as the potential to draw a card off of Ezra.
Okay. Yeah.
And the deck is absolutely jam packed with 3-drops. Cassian is also a 5-drop. So just like so you've got you can push Cassian down the curve, and I think in your 4 slot, you're either playing Kira or you're more likely to use 2-drops.
Yeah, or Force Throw and a 3-drop.
Yeah, or Hot Shot and a Daring Raid, something along those lines. I think Daring Raid's really good in this deck because there's probably a lot of 3 help things. Or shielded things that you can ping with Quinlan and Daring Raid to pick off. So I'm just excited to see how this plays out.
It looks like a cool show. I like it too. What do you want to play against?
We can. Whatever you want to start with.
Do you want to do a match too?
Yeah, we can do a match. I got a sideboard. I don't know that this would be like the final product of a sideboard, but I like the sideboard. I have it. I'm prepared. Change of Hearts and the Fang Fighters were for Bosk. Azatuk and Bamboozle. Azatuk is for Django because you can kill stuff, and then you still have a body left over. And then Bamboozle is an all-purpose card. You can sideboard it in against Django, right? They triple Dark Raid into the TIE Advanced, and they put all the experience tokens on a Phantom. You can then Bamboozle it and get rid of the experience tokens.
For some viewing, greetings from Belgium. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. So
we could random between Django and Sabine. There's also Palpatine, although I'm not like.
So I took the Change of Hearts out of Palpatine for the sideboard because for whatever. I mean, it's a legendary, so.
Let's do a random Django or Sabine then.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know we saw a lot of Sabine last stream, but
yeah, we saw some Django. I mean,
we didn't play Django last
stream.
We played
CAD last time.
stream, yeah.
I mean, the CAD and the Django are very similar. So
yeah,
I mean, you just want to start with Django. Let's just start with Django.
I mean, I don't know if we'll have time to do 2 matches.
Grogu's an interesting card, right? Like I think he's like Grogu's better against Django because Django doesn't really commit to the ground, right? So Grogu can just hang out there, chasing his little frogs, trying to eat them, being a little scamp.
Yellow, red.
I think this is probably a product of how bad green was in the set overall.
Yeah. And yellow, red got like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. 5 damage into Grogu, like. So I mean, he's almost always going to gain more life one way or the other than his mana cost, right? He's either tapping something for damage to prevent damage, or they have to put damage into him to get him killed. I considered the Sabine unit. I still haven't played with that card. I do think the card is aggressively medium. It's probably fine in this deck because this deck is mostly yellow with like a handful of red, so I think she would fire most of the time because it can't match the color of your base. So if you're a yellow, like in this case, we're playing red mostly for Tarkintown, but then, I think there's like the Hot Shot, A-Wing, Anakin, Red 3, Wrecker. It's like a 3rd red or something like that. So missed the deck discussion. I'm sorry.
It's red yellow.
There's no way. It wasn't recorded, Dave. There's no way to recover from this. It's lost to time.
I'm all good.
I'll keep. So. the Cliff Notes version, Dave, is more or less Joy the Mystery. It is more or less the kind of standard red yellow aggro shell that you're probably used to. Okay, did I actually want to give you the initiative? I don't know, that sounds insane. I will play Sabine.
Smuggler.
Schmugs. I'll take initiative.
Pass.
All right. I'm going to. We'll have Sabine attack the crafty smuggler. Ping with her on attack and then take 2 damage.
I'll play Lurking Tie.
I will play red 3.
I'll take initiative.
I'll pass.
I'll play ISB agent. I'll show you triple dark raid to do damage to red 3 and exhaust it.
Okay. I want to spark you.
Triple dark raid, waylay, daring raid.
Let's get the triple dark raid.
I will Tarkintown Sabine.
I will take initiative.
I'll let your base for 4. Let's daring raid the red 3. Pass.
I am. I'm gonna deploy Quinlan.
I'm gonna play a heavy persuader tank. I'll exploit this ISB agent. I'll do 2 damage to Quinlan and exhaust it.
Play the Falcon.
Do we trade with the Falcon? I guess you could do a damage, right? Or is that any unit now? Or was it how the
it's lower than the
lower
cost.
than,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And obviously, is it equal to or lower than? I assume.
You may deal 1
Same
damage to an
as.
enemy unit that costs the same or less than the played unit, but obviously I can't damage this stupid tie.
We'll go ahead and
Trade with the Falcon.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna daring raid the Persuader tank.
I'll deploy Django.
I'm gonna Tarkintown the tank.
I'll attack your base for 3.
All right, I'll take initiative.
Pass.
I will attack your base for 3.
And I'll attack your base for 3.
I'm gonna smuggle in the Falcon.
I'll play a Ruthless Raider. I'll do 2 to the Falcon to your base.
Okay. I'll take initiative.
Yes.
If I had Bamboozle in the main, I'd feel pretty good. Right about now. Cards in hand.
3.
We got 7 damage. I'll spark.
Raider, tie, Starfighter.
I'll get rid of the Raider.
All Starfighter do a damage exhaust.
Yeah. Oh, I could have done a damage to Django with Quinlan when I smuggled it last turn.
Sure. Does it work with smuggle? I guess when you play.
When you play, yeah.
Okay,
if this card is a resource, you may play it for the smuggle cost. The Falcon is uses she/her pronouns. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I will surprise strike and finish off Django. I hate doing that.
All attack raise for 4.
Yeah. I'll take initiative.
Kylo's.
So I had Force Throw, and your last card in your hand was Kylo thing. I could kill this, but you still get to play that. So maybe I'm supposed to Force Throw you.
Yeah, because then you...
It feels... Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good, right?
It's like, I think it ends up... I mean, I don't think it matters. I think I lose, period. Like, from this board position. Yeah, I don't think it matters from here, but...
Oh, we then get to play it again. Duh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You're right.
I can... 2 cards in hand. I'll Force Throw you.
Defender.
We'll kill the Silencer.
I'll breaking in for 5.
21. I don't have anything that exhausts that. So the game was frustrating. So 100% felt like it was because I had the initiative. I think I should have given it to you. You play your 2-drop. I play my 2-drop. I ping it. Yeah.
You play them more like CAD then?
Yeah, I think so.
That makes sense.
Here, that's yours. We'll sideboard real quick. Because the whole thing was like the whole game was you removing my stuff or exhausting it, and it was like turn 5. I had 0 damage on you, right?
Try these guys.
I think you are actually out. Are you out? You hit so hard. Yeah, I swear a lot of it was just the daring raid. Like I sparked you, and it like didn't matter what I hit, right?
Yeah.
You had so many plays on that on the turn I sparked you. And then this is the classic Nathan discards a card from Justin's hand scenario. I spark you, and then you draw the Ruthless Raider the next turn. and then you drew another Ruthless Waiter on the following turn. That's the shit that drives me insane when I play against Justin.
I just draw cards.
You draw the stuff that's really good in that situation.
Sometimes.
How about you draw it whenever I'm mad at it? How about that? Whenever it would get me really mad, that's when you draw.
Whatever card makes you the most mad is the card I draw.
I actually don't know what to cut here. Is Force Throw good in this matchup? You've got Kylos, but the discarding cards is actually relevant. Do I actually have time to spark you? I don't know. I guess that is not a good card in this matchup. You're in a wall of text over there.
Yeah.
Work stuff?
No.
It's the other stuff. Guess we gotta cut that. I don't think that's correct to cut that. I'm just struggling to know what to cut here. Alright, I guess we'll cut something like... I'll cut 3 Force Throws, a Hot Shot, and a Plu-Clune to bring in Bamboozles and the Azatuk Gunships. Gunships, I think, are pretty good because they at least kill one of your guys and then eat something from one of your other units. I think the card I'm most mad at in this set is the P-38 ship. I think that card is just so good. It's so efficient. It's so efficient in so many ways.
Yep.
It kills ships much higher than it up the curve, right? Because you can, like, if you triple Dark Raid into it, you can kill something that's like 5 health.
Yeah, like any 5 health ship is like
dies to it.
Way worse.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah. Not to mention they could spread the damage around. Like, obviously it's good with Django's ability. Like, clearly it was designed for Django's ability, but the fact that it's got like 3 power and then it gets to do damage on the way in and on the way out, like, it could kill the Falcon. Like, that's absurd to me, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The card is just, I don't know. I mean, you want commons to be good in the game. I do think the card is like a tiny bit pushed. So,
like, maybe it doesn't need both the when played and when defeated. Maybe
or
just
to
one
have
of them.
3 health, or to have, or I mean, to have 3 power or 2 health, right? Like, if it was like a 2/2, I don't know that it gets played, right? This hand is a mulligan. This hand is a mulligan. This is yours.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's my way.
Sabine and ping the shield off.
Take initiative.
Pass.
Base for 2.
Base for 3.
7th Fleet Defender.
Falcon, ping.
I'll take initiative.
All right, we'll take out the defender. And pass. I'm not going to pay the resource. We'll put the Falcon back.
Base 2.
Base for 3.
Silencer.
Alright, I guess we'll crash that into the silencer.
I'll Tarkintown it.
It dies. I will take the initiative.
Pass.
Base for 3.
Base 2.
I will deploy Quinlan.
Django.
Blue Clune. Damage. Crash into him.
That's a reason to save Tarkintown there. I'll play triple dark rating.
Yep.
Fire spray.
Yep. Alright. Quinlan to kill the crafty smuggler to preserve. You still have to attack. So I'll have Quinlan attack your base for 3.
What's up? Talon roll.
Hey. How are you?
I'll shoot for 5.
Alright. I will take the initiative. Oh, this guy's he's got so much health.
He does have so much health.
He hits like a truck. Can't believe a sideboarded one out of him out. I knew he was good like into the leader. Like desperate raid for 2 to something.
Yeah, I don't know what is the best here because like you're probably gonna swing for 6, so I think I have to like hit Sabine to try to ping her to death to prevent 3. So that's what I'll do.
Okay.
I was trying to see if like hitting her base was worth it at all, but I don't think so. All right.
Hello. All right. Draw 2. Oh man.
Blow is a house. Because I could have daring raided this guy, the gunship.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Instead of Tarkintown again.
Yeah, yeah. You had the daring raid at that point, and you were saving it. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, daring raid and Tarkintown is like insane together because it's just like kill something with 5 health.
Yeah.
So, okay. Plu to your base for 6.
Alright, I'll play Raider and Blast Sabine.
Okay. We got a gun down here. Boom. All right. Hot shot base for 5.
You have to take initiative.
I have the Falcon to finish
Okay.
off. Yeah. All right. I sideboarded both a gun and Plu out, and those were very pivotal to winning the game. So those are coming back in. We sideboarded wrong. We're putting the cards back in.
I took out Greedo and Death Star Stormtrooper, which are horrendous. Really bad. Really?
I'm not playing like a ton of 1-drops. So,
yeah, but like once he's out, you can just like murder them.
Dead,
also, they're not really
dead,
doing anything.
Yeah.
Also, Sabine kills them for free.
Yeah. Also, I didn't. I had Quinlan for the Falcon. I didn't use that yet, but yeah. Okay. What am I cut? Gotta cut something. The Azotuck was good. I had a bamboozle in hand, so if you had played like the fire spray, I could like pitch and bamboozle it to prevent the damage. Sparks? Alright, get out of here, Sparks. We don't have time. We gotta be proactive. That game was won because I had you on the back foot, right?
Exactly. Yeah, Quinlan seems pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm not like on the verge of storming out of here like I was the other day.
He's very Django-esque.
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very Django-esque.
No.
He's a combination of combo Django CAD.
Alright, you still want the initiative?
I guess not. I'll say no.
I have to do the cheeky first turn pass. That's like where you want the sparks, right?
Yeah.
They give you the initiative, you spark.
It could be a side into sparks kind of.
Yeah, it could very well be.
Right? If you expect to get given the initiative.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually a magic trick, and I don't mean like pull a rabbit out of your hat, but that was a magic sideboarding trick.
Yep.
Was sideboard stuff that's good when you know you will be on the play versus stuff when you know you will be on the draw. Okay. Down there. I think you go down there because I think the all right, so I will R2 and it's fine. I'm not going to do anything. R2 is good like that.
Okay,
so
I'll play the silencer.
I will take the initiative.
Okay, pass.
I suppose I could like pass there, right? But if you pass, then you give. Yeah. It's all the same. All right, I will attack you for 2.
Edge of 3.
I will play the Falcon.
No, I'll play it die.
Yeah, I'll fight that guy.
I'll Tarkintown it.
Yeah. I will take the initiative.
Pass.
Oh. I'm gonna daring raid the silencer there.
Triple dark raid. We'll get a defender.
Well, I'll play Sabine.
Edge of 3.
R2 will attack you for 2.
I'll take it.
Oh, yes. That's back in your hand.
Okay. I'll play a crafty smoke.
I'll hit you for 3.
I'll play a defender.
I'll hit you for 2.
I'll... Yeah, I'll deploy Django.
Oh, boy!
Blow him out.
get blown out.
I'll take initiative.
We're deploying Quinlan here, and we're gonna hit you for 3. And we'll pass.
I'm gonna surprise strike into the blow.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I do. I do indeed.
Hit you for 3 with Sabine.
Hit you for 3.
I'll hit you for 3.
Tie.
I'm at 9.
Yeah.
Check you for 2.
Take initiative.
Smuggle in Cassian. Cassian will hit you for 3. I think I got you
outmaneuver.
Yeah, I don't think I got you on check.
I don't think this deck has outmaneuver in it, actually. I don't think this version does. I like a one of outmaneuver in Django.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good.
I don't think this one has it though.
That felt comfortable. I don't know if that was just like the way the draw lined up. That felt pretty cozy. Felt like I'm playing Stardew Valley over here. CAD Tarkintown is probably better against Quinlan. We can certainly try that if the YouTube comments won't write it.
I don't really want to play in their yellow, red villain. Let's try it. We can do it. We have time for a quick Sabine, maybe.
Yeah, all right. I'm good with that.
What's that put in here?
There's like there's a not 0% chance that Azatuk just belongs in the main.
I mean, it really depends on what you expect to see. I do think you'll have a lot of Django Tarkintowns in play. I mean, Sabine, it's good against Sabine too. It's good against
because it takes out red 3s and the A-wings. All right, let's see how Sabine goes. The force throws are actually better against Sabine.
Although I do have Metal Ceremony to brick them.
I honestly,
but like dumping that.
Honestly, I think I'm fine based off of how bad Metal Ceremony was for me the other night.
Yeah,
I think I'm totally fine. All right, you got what 22 more Day Wanawongas to go there, Dr. Peppis. Day Wanawonga count. Anybody? Gar, yellow with some control answers. Yeah, it's just perilous position. Perilous position is just so bad for the guard deck. It's just like really bad for the guard deck. It's unbelievably terrible. It's hard to believe that they printed one common and that guard deck went from being like a pretty exciting, interesting, like tier 2 deck.
Crafty Smuggler and the 7th Fleet Defender really got worse.
Oh, and the Phantom
for a lot of stuff. Yeah.
The Phantom too.
Yeah.
The Phantom's so good, you know, against everything that isn't Perilous Position. How embarrassing. 6. I'll give you. Is that right? I think I give the initiative, right? You play something, I've got the option to kill it, Tarkintown right away, and that just like that puts the deck on the back foot, right? Have to actually decide. Have to decide how. Okay, I guess you go there. I have to use all of my mind palace right now. Okay.
To me.
Interceptor, well, equivalent Sabine.
I'll ping bases.
Okay. Interceptor, 14 to go. Tarkintown. I'm sorry, this is here. Tarkintown, Sabine, get her off the. Yeah, let's get her. Let's get her out of there. You just kill that.
Yep.
Wing leader's worse.
Fleet
Lieutenant's worse. What's his face could be deployed next turn. Yularen. Not that that changes the algorithm at all.
You learn.
You learn. You live, you learn. Alright, I'm gonna play Red 3 Quinlan damage. I'm just trying to make as many Alanis Morissette references as my hero, Northern Lion. And then the Interceptor's getting in there for 3.
Oh, okay. The space business. Actually, I need those bright hopes. I will attack you for 2 with Yularen.
And you get to restore 1.
Love that.
Alright, Red 3 is gonna hit you for 3.
I'll damage bases.
Interceptor will attack you for 3.
I'll deploy Sabine.
I will play Green Squadron A-Wing.
Oh my god. I'll hit you for 3. 4. No, 3.
How am I at 10?
Did I do damage to you instead of me?
I think so.
At some point?
I think so.
Because
this turn was the first time that she hit me with Yularen.
Yeah.
I should be at 7, you should be at 10. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we're corrected. All right. Here's the thing. I have a ground unit, but I don't want to march it into an obvious ECL K2. So I think I will take the initiative.
I'll play K2.
Yeah.
I'll Metal Ceremony these 2. And pass.
He's not a rebel, sir.
Ugh. What a loser.
Okay. Deploy Quinlan. And then what? Do you PO him into next week? Which might be a tad more acceptable. Or do I just start getting in there in space? Get 4 in. I'm looking at 4, 6, 10 on the ground. Puts me to 17. I've got 3. Oh, but you hit me in the wrong order, and Anakin's interceptor suddenly gets bigger. So let's get red 3 in there for 3. Okay. That way, if like a Bright Hope comes down or whatever. Or you can like ECL your own space thing in the red 3 and kill it.
I'm gonna ECL into the Anakins.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Quinlan's now safe. He's now in the clear. So I'm gonna deploy Quinlan. He's in the. Justin could kill Quinlan, but that's like damage not going to my base. So
I'll hit you with Sabine for 4.
okay. I am going to Plu K2.
I'll do 3 to you. I'll yarn you.
I'll hit you for 4.
I'll 4 a cause I believe in. I guess I'll keep Bright Hope on top. Take 4.
Quinlan will hit you for 4. I'm an action behind.
Take initiative.
Yeah, I'm an action behind. If anything, it does +1 damage there.
I don't.
You do not?
No. I do not.
Nothing for +1 damage?
So I gotta take out Plo Koon. And then you hit me with Quinlan. And then I do damage to your base. I guess I can do... No, that doesn't work either. There's no guns in this deck, right? I didn't resource a gun at some point.
Yeah. And then also have yellow.
And also pay 5 for it.
Yeah.
I have Wrecker. That doesn't do anything.
Smokes Plu.
Smokes Blue, yeah. I can't ACL. Alright, that's it.
I do have a gun. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
I figured you had
the next
something,
action,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. 1 action behind. And that was even I died to a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
I think.
Where's Sabine's sideboard?
I died to a lot of stuff. Sabine's sideboard is
That was under here.
yeah.
Okay.
I think sparks come out. We don't have time to be doing all that. We don't have time for all of that there. Bamboozles come in. Is there something else? I'm actually taking 2 yellow cards out of the deck. I think we'll keep the Bamboozles. Bamboozle might be a 3 of. And honestly, kind of feeling the return to my old favorite card, Asteroid Sanctuary, might be in order.
Yeah.
Because I love some Asteroid Sanctuary. Just being able to like tap down Sabine, keep her from attacking, and then buff like a guy that I don't want ECO'd. And the same is true against like Django, where it's like tap down, they triple dark raid into something, you tap it down, and then you get a preemptive shield on something so that they can't ping it on a following turn just to tap it down. Seems pretty good. This Quinlan deck is not far from being able to for a cause. The problem
You could probably
is
build it with that.
the problem is surprise strikes. There's no like heroics.
And like you're
surprise
kind of
strike,
like
right?
fine with it because then you just put it on top.
Yeah, it's extra
So,
damage on the following
It's
turn.
kind of
The surprise strike and hot shots are kind of what
yeah.
throw
Hot
off
shot's kind of awkward.
throw off the algorithm there.
And
Take a look at Asteroid Sanctuary. Yeah, it's a trick too. Not that that matters for this deck, but Asteroid Sanctuary is a
Quinlan
trick.
might not need it. Like Sabine needs it because you don't have the surprise strikes. You need the extra bit of reach.
Right. Yeah, and there's obviously situations where it's like that last one, Fleetwood, and you even for a cost, you pitched it all, right?
Except for the Bright Hope.
The Bright Hope, yeah. So that might have been the mistake,
Yeah,
right?
I shouldn't have kept Bright Hope. Yeah,
'cause you
I
could have
needed
been
to draw something.
Yeah. You were dead on the ground, right?
Yeah.
That was the...
Not all again. I was dead everywhere.
And honestly, if I had a ground Sabine that I could have played, 2-cost Sabine. If I had run her out there and you ECL'd with K2, does that change the game?
Because I think it does.
you
Because
get-
then I can Metal Ceremony him.
Yeah.
And then Trample
You would
for
have
1/2.
You would have had an extra. Yeah,
You hadn't Tarkintown yet, so you could have Tarkintown him.
I could have.
No,
yeah.
you did. You killed Sabine.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
did
You
it. I
killed
did it turn one.
Yeah.
Turn one. Yeah. Is that the trick? Give you no good ECL targets on the ground? Could be. Do you want the initiative? It's up to you.
I guess I don't.
Okay. Place of the
R2.
I'll take initiative.
Bases. Pass.
Hit you for 3.
All Fleet Lieutenant R2 India for 3.
I'll play Ezra and I'll ping the Fleet Lieutenant.
Bases.
I'll take initiative.
Pass.
I think the pinging bases there was a signifier that you didn't have Rebel Assault. So that's why I took initiative there, because I could Tarkintown the Fleet Lieutenant, but okay. Alright. Is it Ezra into the fleet lieutenant and see what pops up? I have, or is it Ezra into your base and see what pops up? We know we're in K2 range. So I think the first thing I gotta do is attack with Ezra here. Because otherwise he just he dies for free. And if he, yeah, okay, Ezra into the fleet lieutenant. And when this unit completes an attack, he has completed an attack. Look at the top card. Interesting. You may play it, discard it, or leave it on top of your deck. What if I play it? I'll play the Falcon.
Alright, all K2 ECL into Sabine.
Okay. I am going to daring raid the K2.
I'll 3D you.
Yeah.
Well, the voice mean.
I'll hit you for 3.
I'll hit you for 1.
I will take initiative.
Hit you for 3.
Yeah.
Pass.
This deck might just be draw a Plu-Clune or bust. Because I do not have a Plu-Clune.
Do you have 3?
Yeah. I do not feel good about this turn. So if I just Plu-Clune Sabine here, I feel amazing. I feel good.
Yeah.
Damn, I feel good. I'll launch into a Father John Misty bit here. All right, let's.
You could attack with Ezra and draw.
I could. We could hit Plu-Clune off of Ezra.
Yep.
So, I gotta pay for the Falcon.
You can't pull a Coon if you don't pay for
No.
the Falcon, or if you pay for the Falcon.
We got. I think I have to keep the Falcon around. It represents too much damage. So then I guess I'll Ezra your base. We'll see what the top card is. Ooh. The top card for those playing along at home is Kira. So I actually don't hate that here. I think I'll Kira. And let's take a look at the old hand there. We'll choose for a cause I believe in. Oh yes, we will. Oh yes, we will. For a cause I believe in.
All right. Well, Rebel Assault.
Do you kill Kira? Because it's like, I mean, the damage to me. You could. So you're getting 3, 4, 5, 6. Puts me to 9. And then that's not enough to. But you could also play the K2.
I could play the K2.
Yeah.
And I could cast the 4 cost for 6.
Yeah, on the next following turn.
So I think I hit you.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And R2.
Okay. I will hit you for 3.
K2.
I am going to deploy Quinlan.
Take it.
I will hit you for 3. And we'll see how many different ways I die in the following turn.
It's at least one way.
Okay. Well,
Punch. I mean, I can punch through Ezra's for insurance. You take 3.
I have 2 surprise strikes, which I can combo using a mechanism.
If you had like Ezra to surprise strike, you could kill me, right?
Yeah.
So like, and I can play for the cause.
Yeah.
Just have to don't reveal the 2 timely interventions I sideboarded in.
Let's rewind. The game is not over.
I simply have to not do that one thing.
I
guess. Okay. I think it was still correct to kill Ezra.
Okay.
But now I lose.
So I hit you with surprise strike, right? That's what I did.
Yeah.
Because that's my out. I hit you for 6, and then you for a cause and hit me for 2.
Yeah.
And then I win the game.
Yeah.
I'm
With anything.
being lucky. Can you believe that?
All right. Well, I didn't shuffle enough. I sideboarded and didn't shuffle enough. Why did I even put those in a deck?
Yeah. I actually don't think they're actually good in this matchup.
I needed to like be able to kill your space shit in that first game as a thing.
Yeah.
And I needed to not have to use ECL to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I put it in.
Yeah.
So, anyways, GG.
The
Quinlan.
wishing thing. I did get to combo my surprise strikes. Look at that. Quinlan red. I don't think this is like. I think Sabine is slightly ahead on the actions, but I think that game just evidences that your opponent's going to have the experience. I think.
Yeah.
To know how to pilot Sabine deck for maximum efficiency during it. Just to get the damage in. I had a bamboozle, so I was like, I had the bamboozle on deck for quite some time to like if you had Metal Ceremonied Sabine, I was gonna bamboozle her.
Yeah. Well then, I mean, that's the first 2-win deck we've had.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This deck is sick. Would recommend. Hey, those people who play Star Wars locally, they know what they're doing when they're building decks.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I think there's probably some things you could do to make the Sabine matchup better.
Yeah,
too.
so you need Sabine. You need to get slightly ahead. You could play Cloud Rider because that gives you the ability to kill the Sabine 2-drop. Right, Cloud Rider might be a decent sideboard choice. Cloud Rider is good into a number of things, right? Because Quinlan combos with it, right? So you can Quinlan and you can kill 4 health things, or you can kill shielded.
Yeah, as long as he's in play. The Crafty Smuggler's big.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can kill the so I think maybe Cloud Rider is possible.
You could definitely for a cause. That's just like a very different.
Yeah, if you're putting Cloud Rider, that's not out. So we've got Daring Raids. The thing is, I think Daring Raid works too.
It's like
well.
really good, yeah.
Daring Raid is one. It works with Tarkintown. So like in that instance, I killed that big tank thing, right?
You didn't even Tarkintown that game, right?
Against Sabine? No,
because you killed the K2 with Daring Raid earlier.
Yes, yeah. It's because yes, I killed it with Daring Raid to reserve my mana, to use my mana, right, to make sure it was spent. I would actually, I'd love to know how much unspent mana each player had at the end of some games. I know that may sound like a weird question.
I think Carabas tracks that, funny enough.
Carabas does? Okay. Yeah. So
I like the stat screen and shit Carabas shows then.
Okay.
It's like damage.
I've never used Carabas. So.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, I would like to know, because I think one of those Sabine games I had 2 mana left open, but I still managed to win. My theory would be the winner is going to be the person who more often uses most of their mana. That would be my theory. I don't know if it would be proven correct by
It's just like
playtesting.
it's so situational.
Yeah. Well, so yesterday or Monday, there was the game where I didn't play my 3-drop. I just took initiative because it let me kill the Phantom.
Yep.
And that put the CAD deck all on the back foot like the whole time. So and then I did manage to win the game.
And most decks are built to be able to use all of their resources every turn.
Yeah.
But like the situations where you don't, sometimes it's because you had bad draw.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the time it's because it's the play you had to make.
Yeah. A coworker was he was revisiting classic Patrick Sullivan bits, and it's the one where he just goes off on Ravenous Chupacabra. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, it's from it's like 7 years old or something now, but it was pretty funny, and he was talking about how units at the time, creatures in Magic, fell into 2 camps, and creatures fell, and I feel like this game is a game full of Ravenous Chupacabras.
That's it comes into play to kill something.
Yes. So yes, it has no conditions on what it kills. In the Star Wars, there's a lot of conditions, right? Because like if you're an ambush unit, you can only kill certain things, right? Something like Luke. Luke is a very powerful card. It's got a very powerful ability, right? But the condition for it to work, your opponent has to have killed one of your units.
So in Star Wars terms, Ravenous Chupacabra would be a 4-resource card that is 2 power, 2 health.
Yes.
And destroys target unit.
Destroys any unit, right?
Destroys any unit.
Destroys any unit. No conditions, nothing like that. And the point I was getting at was that he was talking about how Magic units fell into 2 camps. There were that were seeing play at the time. There were the cards that it didn't matter if they lived or died. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They got their value when you played it. It just had an enter the battlefield effect.
Yep.
Did a thing. And then there were cards that were a little risky to play but had like massive upside.
They do nothing when you first play them, but if they live to see your next turn, you get a lot of advantage out of it.
Yeah, so I think in this game, most of the cards fall into the category of it almost doesn't matter if they live or die, right? Because they have some sort of effect when they come into play. Mm-hmm. And the further up the curve you go,
they have to have that.
They have to have something because this game is so tempo oriented.
Yeah.
I was just wanted to talk about that there at the end there because I think from a game design standpoint, it's in an interesting place design wise. And I don't know how you change that about the game.
It's just like that's just so important to the mechanics of the game.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is like how do you ever get to see your interesting cool characters, right? When would they ever see play? What conditions? So like how many cards like Lando from the first set can you print, right?
Yeah.
There has to be something that lets those abilities like matter more, right? So
yeah, because Lando is just like, oh man, if he lives, awesome. And he may like got you some extra cards, but he also puts you behind on resources.
Yes, put you behind on resources.
So
yeah,
that kind of sucks. It's like
ECLing him. I would love to see a deck that was like you play the Senatorial Corvette. And then when you play the Lando, that puts you behind on the resources. So now that Corvette hits for more or whatever. You know, this stuff like that. So not the Senatorial. There's the assault gunship thing that's got Saboteur on it. So
yeah, like after 6 resources, really. Honestly, it's like 5. If the thing you're playing doesn't affect the board
I would go
in
as
some
low
way,
as 4.
Probably 4 too. Yeah.
That's why like the 4 cost.
It feels bad playing K2 even.
That's why, yeah. So without ECL, K2 feels miserable to play because the stats aren't quite good enough, right? You got to bulk up on the range the others, right? Have a buddy that does that with a Mando red deck. It's very strong.
I mean, even later in the game when you're playing 3 drops just to get them out there, that feels bad.
Yeah,
too.
It's different against like say Bosk or other control decks where you're just marching stuff into their removal to try to get them to spend their good removal on bad units so that you can then play your good units.
When you're in a tempo race, then you got to be pushing your tempo.
Right. You have to accelerate the tempo, otherwise you are the one that's behind, and then the other person will win. Right. So, It works because you're deploying Sabine the same turn. No other deck can do that. Yeah, exactly, right? Like Lando, but like Lando's kind of fallen out of favor.
And K2's good in Han because you play it on
There's one guy in the UK playing Lando, and I
he's
salute
killing
him.
it. We like that.
I salute him.
Honestly, I might give that deck a run here.
Yeah,
because he went 5-3 in that tournament.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of fun playing that last time we tried it.
It was a cool deck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not dissimilar to this red yellow hero shell.
It's not, just like way lower to the ground.
Yeah, it's not far from this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those where I want those decks to exist. And honestly, I think you could pants people at like a local tournament with go wide strategies. If they don't have reps against it, if they play against like the meta, if they're used to Sabine and Cad and so grinded red Lando set 2 a lot and it's a lot of fun. Poe feels miserable to play.
I don't even like seeing Poe. I
resource Poe so
I do too.
often.
I constantly resource
so often. And the funny thing is, it's totally different against control decks, right? Like I have no problem jamming Poe onto the table and just let him kill it.
Yellow is just so good right now, is why I tell and roll. The yellow heroes are dominating.
Yeah, so the mechanics of the game are tempo oriented,
and yellow
has got the king of tempo, right? Like Surprise Strike. When I saw Surprise Strike, I was like, "Oh, they designed stuff for limited in this format." And then I played Surprise Strike in the starter.
That's the best card in the game.
And I played it in the starter, and I was like, "Man, I was ready to rag on Surprise Strike, but I'll tell you what, the Surprise Strike's there when I need it."
Yep.
And then you play the game more, and you're like, "Oh, this is just one of the best cards." Period. Because it is damage from hand. It's hard to plan for, right?
We should give Blonde Sabine a run here because I'm curious to see how it does against Bosk.
I'd be interested against Bosk, but I do think Blonde Sabine, the way I had it constructed, gets pantsed by Django and Cad. I don't think Blonde Sabine stands up to those because I sold out for like Greedos and stuff like that, right? And so you could
build it in a way to be able to contend with those. Though,
yeah, sure. you'd have to reconstruct it. But and just be mindful of that. So
you can get quicker. You just have to know how to play around Django. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right. I think we're finished here.
We'll be back on Sunday for more. So
yeah,
I don't know what
I'm gonna try to play as much PoE 2 between now and then as I can.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your week.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.